Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19. I'm trying something a little bit different today. I think my intro clip might be stopping my videos rendering to 4K. So this is going to be a test to see, without my intro clip on the front, will it render to 4K? If that is the case, I may have to look into getting my intro clip renewed, potentially. Come along with me, MrSealyp. It's Monday the 26th of April. I'm probably back. Yesterday's mod review was a kind of whiz through. I'm going to be changing slightly, I think. Certain mods from now on I won't keep going into the menu to show you them, especially if it's something where there's no variance in price, where there's no colour change or choice or anything like that. I think it probably just wastes time. The updates are as follows. Top left, Green River 2019 by Bart Richard NLD Community, the Lizard D83 pack by Cashdown18 and The Fluk, the Lizard D838 D848 by Austrian Cashdown18, the MK7900 by Game Master and Blue King, the Fiat Agri 18090 by Pepe 978 FSI Group, the Axion 960-930 TerraTrack by DD Mod Passion, the ZAO Crystal 12011 by Pushgap, Cashdown 18 and Voxel, the Man TGS Tank Pack by West Modding, the Transport Platform 400H by ADub Modding, Nixtrus, ABP Team and Black Sheep Modding, the Nosewheel by Luca Modding, the Hungarian Workshop and Shed by Unorbi, and the Aber Grain Silo by Tonho and Unorbi have all had updates today. In front of me then, the Wood Tower. This is 2.15 megabytes download, 2 slots on console. It's by FSPT. It's 1,000 to buy. You'll find it under placeables and decoration. I'll be honest, I think the scale's wrong. Simply because when you get to it, the stairs seem tiny and you can't actually get up there. Now, maybe you're not supposed to get up there. Maybe it's just completely a decorative wood tower. But I kind of thought that'd be quite cool to go up to there, but you can't go. Not without really fiddling around. So, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. That's just me. But that's the Wood Tower by FSPT. Next, we have got the Old Iron Gate. This is by qwertyPL. 0.30 megabytes download, 1 slot on console. This is found under placeables and miscellaneous, not under decoration. It's 800 to buy. You only get it in red. There's no other option with this. Again, sorry. I think the sound, it's a metal gate. That to me says wooden gate. I'm being picky, but it's a fact. So that's the Old Iron Gate by qwertyPL. Next, we have got these. This is the Ursus C360 Covers. 0.88 megabytes download, 1 slot each on console. We've got a sort of metal framed one and a pipe one. These are by Listy U. They are 200 each to buy. You'll find them under weights, and there are some colour options you can choose from on these. Now, these are designed to go with the Ursus. Well, it says C360. The pictures on the Mod Hub, website Mod Hub, show it on various different smaller Ursus tractors. So I think you'll get away with it on a few different ones. It's these sorts of ones that have this front with no grille as such or anything to protect the engine cover. That's what they're designed for. I will just show you these, simply because it took me a while to figure out. They are under weights. They're 50 kilograms each. Cover 200, pipe cover 200. It does say, yeah, Ursus 355, Ursus 355M, 3C360, and I think the list then goes on from there. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. The design, no, yes, basic details, or all decals, sorry, and that one says it's 50 kilograms. And then the pipe one, we can just change the main colour. There's no decal on this one. Like that. And with the requisite tractor, whichever one it'll work with. I mean, it may work on multiple different tractors, but And that's what it does. It just kind of protects it like so. That is the lizard cover. Next, warning, if you have birds in your house, cover their ears. Actually, you don't have to. This was another one. I was really anticipating this being absolutely mad. This is the Bird Scarer Avitrac 185. This is by Simulagri Modding. 1.17 megabytes download, 2 slots each on console. If you get the Bird Scarer with the 2 speakers, it's 565 to buy. If you get it with the, well, it's not inflatable, but the figure, the scarecrow that comes with it, you can have it in either yellow or red. That takes the price up to 860. You'll find these under Tools and Miscellaneous. And what you do, you go up to it, press to enter it like a vehicle. So I've entered it. L1 and X unfold. I thought it would be blaring. We go into one of these ones. Again, not quite. I think I was expecting, you know, those tall figures you get at fairs and carnivals and festivals, that kind of thing. I thought it'd be something like that. L1 and X, it's not quite. It goes up a little bit. It's like, But anyway, that's the bird scarer. I mean, it's enough to scare the birds. Why I thought it was going to be like some high-pitched siren, I'm not quite sure. But that's the bird scarer Avitrac 185 by Simulagri Modding. Moving on from that, we have this. The Amazon ZAO Zero, no, OC 900. This is 5.66 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. This you'll find under Fertilizer Technology. It's by Rixie Modding. It's a lime or fertilizer spreader. I've got this one here with fertilizer in it, that one over there with lime in it. It will spread out to 18 meters. It will run at 11 miles per hour and it holds 900 liters. There are no size changes to it. It's 900. No color changes. You get it just like that. So what I'm going to do, we'll hook it up just to make sure that the fertilizer and lime spread at the same width. Actually, what I should have done was lined up behind it, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. It's good to be back. So this is kind of a bit more in depth than the speedy one I went through on Sunday when I kind of did a roundup of the week's mods. But I am going to try and do it a little bit differently moving forward, just to save a little bit of time. Lime. Yep, same width, 18 meters. So it'll do your fertilizer or your lime. 900 litre capacity, up to 18 metres. The Amazon ZAO 900 by Rixie Modding. Next we have these, and I like these. This is the Lizard F, not that I haven't liked the other ones, but this is the Lizard F350 Super Duty. This is 26.87 megabytes downloads by Agro Tonho. You'll find the vehicle itself under cars, and it's 15 slots for the main body, and this comes with a few backs on this. The backs you'll find under tools and miscellaneous. We have a standard back, which can have a few different configurations depending on what wheel choice you go for. So you can have one with a dually with the much wider arches on it if you want to. That one is also a standard back. Then we have got, I think this one is the first one. We have got the flatbed 1, which has a few different configuration options. Then we have flatbed 2. And then we have the service body. Mine went blank there. The service body. The service body only does fuel, but it holds 5,000 litres. It does have a back on it as well with straps, so it's kind of a, we're still waiting on that toolbox, aren't we? You can throw anywhere and take with you. That would be quite cool. We'll have a look at all the options because there are quite a few to choose from. Some different tyre options, which you'll see as we go through. There are an absolute load. The vehicle itself then, under cars. The Super Duty, only 32,500 for the base model. We can change the rim colour to anything on that palette, and we've got a chrome, silver metallic, another chrome, but the second chrome is much shinier than the first chrome you start with. I kind of like that one. Anyway, whole load to choose from. Main colour, we've got another one of these ones. We've got selections, some of 2s and some of 3s. We've got a standard colour, a new age, which is like a satin, and then a slightly kind of flatter colour, maybe an older one, as you can see there. Not quite matte. That's the satin, and that's the kind of bright, shiny new paint. So there's a few different colours to choose from. You can go through and kind of have a look and find something that you like. They're all fairly dark tones, actually. There's only really, I mean, that red is quite bright, and there's a JCB, which is a little bit brighter. I think that's the first one I went for. Then design colour does the bottom section of the truck. So let's go with red, for example, like so. Then configurations, we can have standard or Super Duty. So that adds the Super Duty word on the bottom, words. Then we've got wheel brand, we've got Nokian, Michelin, Lizard, Mitas, and back to Nokian. Under Nokian, we've got Rim 1. Hang on, so we zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we can. Rim 2, Rim 3, bigger Rim 1, 2, and 3, back to standard. Under Michelin, which is a slightly larger tyre and knobbly already, Rim 1, 2, 3. I like 3. That's a nice looking tyre. Rim. Lizard is the standard dually on kind of road tyres. This menu's driving me mad. Then under Mitas, we've got Rim 1, Rim 2, Rim 3, and back again. Then we've got light. Standard has the lights across the top there. Light 1, now it then says light 2. But I haven't found what lights it adds on light 2. It just takes that light bar away again. I'm missing something really obvious. This is light 1 and 2. So like I say again, I can't quite tell. Is it fog lights down the front? Oh, there. Right in the grille. See that? That's 1 with it on the roof. 2 puts that one right down there in the bumper. 1 and 2 does both. Fantastic. Then back to standard again. Zoom back out a bit. Then we've got bumper, standard. We can have it normal black, chrome, lizard, plastic lizard, back to standard. Extension, that's for the wheel arch at the front. Extension 1, black. Extension 2 is the colour, the second colour choice, design colour, back to standard. Then we've got footboard, running boards on the side, foot plates, like so. I thought there was another option on here. Yeah, the grill. Why is the grill? I thought we had a grill option. Oh, that was under design. I went straight to bumper. Missed design, sorry. Standard. I'm thinking, I'm sure we got a grill there. I went straight to bumper, missed design. So standard, lizard, normal black, plastic lizards, chrome on both, and back again. Maybe I bumped through those and I was reading the wrong thing. No, because I was definitely changing the bumper, wasn't I? Yeah, anyway, so we can change all of that. That's the vehicle itself. So quite a few options to choose from. Now if we go to tools and miscellaneous. So the standard body, slots for these. Standard is 8 slots. Flatbed 1 is 999. So 3,500 for the standard body. Main colour we can change, anything on that palette. Design colour, again, does the bottom section. Extension 1, coloured or the dually wide one. We'll go back to standard because we'll need that in a minute. Then design, standard, grid and light. Grid 2, which is the black one with light, off, attaches, standard, rear hitch, gooseneck inside, gooseneck and rear hitch or off. Then we got decals, standard, 4x4, FX4, FX4, Super Duty. I like that one. That's cool. But if you want to go a bit more low key, you can go with something like that. Now, if you go for the larger extension, that one, it hides the decals. It doesn't put the decal over them. It goes under it. So just bear that in mind if you want to go for the Julian, depending on what decal you want to go for. Then we've got the flatbed. Same thing, main colour we can change. Does the bottom section. Design colour. Does the headache rack. Then we can have box left, box right, box either side. They don't serve a function I can see. I think they're just there for show. Design, we can have light front facing, light rear facing. So if you want work lights on the back for whatever you're doing on the back of the vehicle, or off, and then attaches, standard, gooseneck attacher, and off. Same goes for the flatbed version 2, exactly the same as flatbed 1. All the options are pretty much the same, it's just a slightly different design. And then the service body, main colour does that. Design colour does all the doors, like that. Attacher standard. Rear hitch or stand. There's no gooseneck version on that, because obviously then turning you would hit the sides of that. But that will hold 5,000 litres. Those are all the options. This one I went for a standard lizard tyre. The lights will vary depending on the ones I went for, and you'll see that in just a second. When we hook it up, open the back, we do have straps in there. What we also have, the other ones are a little bit higher, is we do have the option to, under L1 and R1 and right stick up and down, we can raise and lower the suspension. You can do it slowly, or just kind of bump, bump. We've got a bit of suspension adjustment there, and you can leave it kind of part way, all the way. I like that. That's quite cool. But for the Julia, I went for the lower one. This goes, it says it goes up to 99 miles an hour. So the one with the Super Duty back, lights forward facing. I've also got the light bar there and the light bar there, so we go through the light options. That's pretty cool. Again, we can raise and lower it. I like the look of this. Again, straps in the back. That one I went with the gooseneck back. I'm not going to hook all the flatbeds and things up. Actually, one I might. We'll do it with the other one. Lights off on that. This one, the service back. The service back does look really nice. Again, raise and lower it if you want to. It's more of a regular pickup and then a kind of off-road version if you like. Back opens. Lights on that. And I'll say, it does say it goes up to 99. When you do get a bit of speed up, it takes a little while to slow down, I'll be honest. It's not the quickest to slow down. This one, I went for the rear facing lights, as you can see on the back there. So for lighting up behind you, if you're doing work off the back or whatever you might be doing. Again, straps for whatever you want to put on it. If you haven't got the gooseneck attacher, you can just use it as a flatbed for whatever you want to. That's a nice looking mod with some nice details. Interior, not bad at all. Let's turn that off. Stick shift. Like I say, they do get a bit of speed up. Let's and then stopping, it takes a bit of time. I've got those brakes jammed on, but yeah, very nice mod. The Lizard F350 Super Duty by Agro Tonho. Very cool. Which brings on to the last of the mods for today. Also very cool. And it's this, the John Deere 9020 series by SiiD Modding. This is 23.25 megabytes download, 23 slots, which isn't too bad either. This will go up to a 500 horsepower, and the price isn't too expensive. I think it gets up to around 200,000 with all the bells and whistles. Depends what you want to go for. But for a 500 horsepower tractor, that's pretty good. There's US spec, there's an EU spec, there's an Australian spec. Now this is quite loud as well. So loud that you either can't hear the horn or the horn's only working when the engine's off. You'll see what I mean in a second. But yeah, this is an older John Deere. I think this is a 2000, what was it? 2005, 6 and 7. We'll see in a second, if I recall correctly. But a 9R. Awesome. Under vehicles and large tractors. So the base model is 109,999, but don't let that deceive you. That will go up quite quickly with various different changes. Slot count will drop down to 2 for any subsequent ones you get, so 23 for the first one, which actually, when you think about some of the tractors we have in game, that's pretty amazing anyway. So, base model, now that says 500 horsepower, but it's not. If I go all the way down to the engine size, and go to the 9120. The 9120 is only 280 horsepower. So whilst it starts off by saying 500 horsepower, it's not initially. It's only 280. However, it's only 109 grand for a 280 horsepower tractor. So 2001 to 2005 is what you get standard. Now that roof on there is kind of flat and slab-sided. If we change that to the 2006-2007, it smooths it off, gives it a nicer style to it. But that does add 15 grand on for changing the roof. But again, that's entirely up to you. I think there's only 2. Yeah, 2001, 2005, 2006, 2007. Then we've got silver pipe right, black pipe right, black pipe facing forward, silver pipe facing forward. That doesn't add any cost on at all, whichever you go for on those. Attachers, we've got a standard on the back, which is just a regular hitch for larger machinery. We can have that with a PTO as well, which adds another 4,500. We can have a 3-point link, which adds on 10,999, or back to standard. We'll leave 3-point on for the time being. Version, we've got standard. We've got the US version, which puts the signal bars, I call them, but they don't come all the way down. As you saw for the one we got, they're up and then come down to about 45 degrees. We've got the standard Aussie version. We've got the Aussie extended version, which has the oversize in the front and it has the signal bars. EU version, which just comes standard like that with all the scared of everything warning triangles. Health and safety. I think that was it. Then back to standard, yeah. Then we've got row crops, rear weights, row crop duals, inner weights, outer weights, rear, then onto triples with inner weight or rear weights, or was it all weights? All weights, I think. It's difficult to see. Yeah, there's weights all over the place. There's quite a few different weight options on this. Then 710 singles, then a whole load of different hub and weight options on this. We'll zoom in a little bit. Weights and hubs, all on 710s. Then we go on to the 710 duals. Again, a load of weight options, inside, outside, front, rear, both. Onto 800s, again with hubs and weights. Then onto the duals, inner weights, rear weights, front weights, both. Back to standard. So quite a few different options on those. Zoom back out a bit. Beacon light, no. Left, right, off again. Then engine setup. Like I say, the 9120 is 280 horsepower. The 9220 is 325 horsepower. The 9320 is 375 horsepower. The 9420 is 425. The 9520 is 450. And the 9620 is 500 horsepower. Now, with a few of those different changes with the joules, 800 joules as well, we're up to 210 grand. But for a 500 horsepower tractor, again, that's not too bad at all. We've then got the option for the Green Star, no, old, new, which puts a monitor in there as well. Adds another 8 grand on if you go for the whole package. So, I mean, you can get the price down to about 150 grand. You can get the price down as low as 109 if you go for the very, very basic version. But those are the options. Quite a few to choose from. I went for the US spec 800 joules. I went for the EU spec twin row crops. I think. What did I go for? The 500 horsepower and was it 325? I can't remember which one I went for now. But very nice. It is loud though. Now, L1 and X folds those away or puts them out, depending on whether you've got the Aussie extended spec or the US. Lights, the lights I'll say, they are a bit yellow. It's an older tractor, but they're fairly bright. It does get quite loud, like I said. But it's got a bit of poke to it as well. Gets up to its 24 miles an hour fairly quickly. Beacons on the top now. We'll do the horn. I'm doing the horn now repeatedly. Oh, you can just about hear it now. Can you hear it? I'll turn the engine off. Now you'll hear why. It's a bit of a peep peep. So yeah, with the engine roaring, when you're rolling coal, you can't really hear it. I think you're relying on the engine noise for people to get out of your way than the horn more than anything. We do have a door that opens. L1, R1, right stick side to side opens the door, and when you open the door, interior light comes on. From in-cab, it looks like that, which is very nice. I love those tyres moving in front. Yeah, nice mod that by SiiD modding. Like I say, it is a bit loud, might not be to everyone's taste. You might not be a John Deere fan, I don't know. I know up until now we had the 9RX, if you've got the Borgo pack, to have a 9R. Oops, turn the engine back off again. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same tractor, it's just on twin row crops, the EU configuration. Very cool. And that's it. All the mods for today. Quite a few options on the last couple, so it took a little bit longer on those. The John Deere 9020 series by SiiD Modding. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.